Folk, welcome. I'm Zattle, and welcome to another Cisco Lab. We back up in here. Today we're going to be working on Cisco VLAN trunking, right? All of the labs that I'm creating are based on, we doing this off of real equipment. We're going to be working on a VLAN trunking lab. So let me get a picture so we can see kind of like how the lab is set up physically. It's like switch one, it's like switch two, right? So we got two switches, and in between these two switches, boom, there is a trunk link, right? I'm gonna have to let me see what ports that which one. We're gonna use switch one port 21, and then switch two port 21. Port 22. Hold on, let me see. These ports are connected to like PCs. Like PCs, right? Boom. That's a PC. And here, let me put another PC right there. All right. So at this point in the video, I'm just drawing the physical lab component so that we can have a visual of how the trunks and switch ports are actually connected in the lab. The triangle devices represent PCs, whereas the red link represents VLAN 10, and the green links represent VLAN 20. And that black link that stretches across between the two switches, it represents the trunk link that's going to be carrying or allowing VLAN 10 and VLAN 20 to pass between the two switches. So that's what we're going to be doing. Save that, because P3 and P4, they're on the same VLAN or the same subnet, and P1 and P2, they belong to the same VLAN, they belong to the same subnet. So task one, why why do we need VLANs? Quite simple. So that we can subnet or subdivide networks at layer 2. when we subdivide networks at layer 2, this takes some of the processing headache off of the routers, and it's going to allow for routers to have more processing power to do more wide area network routing instead of routers having to deal with inner VLAN routing, so to say. Just to make it nice, short and sweet. All right, task number 2. We're gonna configure VLANs on switch 1. So as we can see right there on switch 1, that means that switch port fig T int FA switch 1 FA 20 switch port access VLAN 10. No, VLAN 20, right? Port 20, yeah. And then we're gonna go to int FA stroke 21, and we're gonna make that a member of VLAN 10. Switch port access VLAN 10. Now, another thing that I wanted to say is the IP addressing schema on these. So we're going to use 192.168.1.15, right? And then on here with a stroke 24. With a stroke 24. Let me add a stroke 24, right? Boom. And then right here for this one, this is going to be like 192.168.1.16 with a stroke 24, right? So those two are on the same subnet, and once the trunk is established, they'll be able to ping each other. So, boom, let me see. All right, cool. So task 2, we're going to configure VLANs on switch 1, and then assign ports to VLANs. Right, so boom. Switch 1. So let's see if we can get access to switch 1 here. Yeah, let me see. Menu Cisco. Menu Cisco, right? Switch 1 is going to be 5. Refused by. Before we continue, folks, I would just like to ask you that if you like what you see and you see what you like, please take time to like and subscribe, and make sure you click on the notification bell so that you'll be notified when we make new videos. I'm going to pop up Wireshark because I'm also trying to improve my own personal wire shark ability. All right, let's see if we could get to switch 1, which is on 5. Boom. All right, so we in switch 1 now, right? Let's take a look at it so we can see what ports we're going to be working with. All right, so on switch 1, we're trying to get interface 20. This one right here goes on VLAN 10. I mean 20, right? My bad. Just had a brain fart, family. All right, so boom, that's supposed to be on 20. We're gonna add that to VLAN 20. Boom, and then int. Now exit. Then int 21. Right. We're gonna change that to VLAN 10. All right, and this is for switch 1, right? Let's check the config. Right, so let me see. We're looking at 20 is on VLAN, and then 21 is on VLAN 10, right? Show IP int brief. So to make sure that 20 and 21 are both up. All right, right? And then show VLAN. So this is a way for us to make sure that VLAN 10 and VLAN 20 are active. All right, that's how we do it right there. So I'm gonna add this to the VLAN 10 is red. VLAN 10 is red. So that goes here. All right, and then right here, let me see. VLAN 20 name green. Right, let me copy that. And then we'll check the config real quick. Show VLAN. There it is, red. 20 is green, 10 is red. Let me check that up against. 10 is red, 20 is green, right? Boom. 20 green, 21. Red, green. Let me see. 21 is supposed to be red. 21 is supposed to be on VLAN 10. Do show VLAN. So let me see. 21 is supposed to be on red. Cool. And then green is supposed to have 20, right? So let me put 20 int FA 0 stroke. Green is supposed to have 20. Switch ACK VLAN 20. Supposed to be green. Supposed to be on this one. I'm gonna change that 40 to another something. VLAN 20. Do show VLAN. I don't know why that's happening like that. Control Z. Here, let me change VLAN 40. Name pink. Show VLAN. Right, so let me see. 10 int 20 is a problem. Let me see. 21 good. 21 is supposed to be red. 21 good. Where's 20 though? Where's 20? Hold up. Alright, so 20 is on VLAN 20. It's supposed to be on green. Show VLAN. Do show VLAN. Hold up. 20 is green. I don't see int. That's supposed to show up under 20. Why it's not on? No. Let me see. We're going to move on to task 3, which is configure VLANs on switch 2 and assign to the ports. So, alright. It's going to be basically the same thing. Right. Task 3. Switch 2. So we got like, oh, this is why here. Red is supposed to be interface 22. Right. And then green. And then on switch 2. Green is supposed to be 20 and red is supposed to be 22, right? So we're going to come back over here to switch 1. Port 22 goes on red, and port 20 goes on green, right? Cool. So let me see. Show run int FA 0 stroke 20. 20 is supposed to be on VLAN 20. And then let me look at show run int FA 0 stroke 22, right? No. Yeah, 22 is supposed to be on VLAN 10. So that's right. 20, let me see. Show VLAN. So there's 22, which is on 10. $20 is not showing up. I do not know why. And 20 is a member of, let me see, show run int FA 0 stroke 20. Twenty is a part of VLAN 20, which is green. VLAN 20 only has, let me see, gig 1 and gig 2. Let me see something. Show run int G I 0 stroke 1. VLAN 20. Alright. I don't see why switch port 20 ain't showing up. Show run int FA 0 stroke 20. Alright. Alright, we're going to move over to switch 2. Control Shift 6X. Switch 2 is on 6 to P2, and then we're going to ping from P3 to P4. Now, these pings should fail. Should fail because the trunk has not been created yet. And then let me see, task 5 is create trunk port from switch 1 to switch 2, right? Boom. Switch 1 is 5. Two is 6. R1 is cool. Let me see. Let me just get out of there. Show sessions. R1, let me see. Switch 1. Switch 2. Switch 3. All right, let me try this one. Let me try this again. All right, create a trunk port from switch 1 to switch 2. And that's going to be on from, let me see, port 21 to 21, port 21 to port 21, and then port gig 2 to port gig stroke 02, right? So we got two. I added a second port to there so I could see how that's gonna go, right? So let me jump back on this device to see if we can get into it. Menu, Cisco, task on what we need to achieve this lab, right? Task 1, why do we need VLANs? We configured a VLAN on switch 1 and assigned it to the right ports. We configured VLANs on switch 2 and we assign the ports to the correct VLAN. There's a command. Then this is where we're at right now. We're pinging, and then we're gonna let me see, config T int FA 0/21 switch port mode trunk. Encapsulation .1Q, no shut. I think that should be it. Switch 1, interface 21, and gig 2. Gigabit 02 int G I 0/2. Sage, what was that? Who made that noise? Oh, Ryder. Is Ryder asleep? Alright, so we configured show run int g I 02. Alright, so let me see. INT FA fast Ethernet 21 we're gonna make 0/21 switch mode trunk. Alright, study group. One thing I'd like you guys to notice is that on those syslog messages, you can see it says CDP4 native VLAN mismatch. Native VLAN mismatch discovered on Ethernet 2 with switch 2 Ethernet 02. On switch 1, the native VLAN seems to be 20, and then on switch 2, the native VLAN is 1. FYI. So, as I configured these devices to trunk the two switches to start trunking with each other, ran into a couple of house cleaning errors from previous config. So just a FYI, just so you guys can follow along with what's going on. I appreciate you all. Please take this time to like and subscribe, and if you see what you like and you like what you see, click on the like button. My daughter's too much. All right, there we go. So this I'm gonna have to get rid of. This is some lab stuff I was just labbing on. So I'm gonna get that off of switch 1. LLDP is running on here. Gig 2 is a trunk port. I don't know why VLAN 10 should be on here too, right? Shit. Alright, so that's gotta be like that without a space in it. That's my fault. So let me check the switch port. There we go, right there. That's the correct config. Alright, so boom. We're gonna add that to the plan. Alright, so let me see. Show run int fa 0/21. int fa 0/21, and then we have to allow those VLANs here to go across there. No shut. All right, we in the game. All right, so now we halfway to the point. Like on switch 1, we got these two set up, and we also have gig 02 on both sides trunked. We got both of those trunked on both sides. So right now we're not going to be able to ping across VLANs. Like if I gave this VLAN an IP, it wouldn't be pingable until we added the trunk and then started pinging it on the other side. So I'm gonna Dang. Let me make sure we're not using. Oh, 22 is supposed to be VLAN 10. Right, let me see. VLAN show VLAN. So we don't even have VLAN. Let's set the VLANs up here. We right here, switch 2. All right, let me see. We on task 2. I got rid of task 3 here, which task 2. I've just been getting crazy with my typing. Task 2 and task 3 are the same. Except on different switches, right? So, boom, task 3. That's going to be on switch 2. Right, let me save that. Let me take a quick peek at Wireshark. This is doing all kind of stuff. Right, so we here. So let me see. On 20 is supposed to be on VLAN 20. Let me look at the. Right, 20 is on VLAN 20. Switch port, access. VLAN 20 is going to create it. No shut. Show VLANs, that's one way you can create. So we got VLAN 10 and VLAN 20. Right, so let me check our host map. Right, so let me see, VLAN 20 and then VLAN 10 goes on port 22. Right, so VLAN 20 is on port 20. VLAN 10 is on port 22. So now we just have to like give it a name. VLAN 10 name is green. And then exit, and then we're gonna go to VLAN 20, and then we're gonna name that red, right? And then we're gonna do a show VLANs, show VLAN to make sure that the changes occurred. 10 is red and 20 is green, which we did that wrong. VLAN 10, name red. VLAN 10, nothing. Name, nothing. And so exit, VLAN 20, name, green. Exit, VLAN 10, name, red, right? Show VLAN, 10 is red, 20 is green. Here we go. 10 is Red is supposed to be on 22. Green is supposed to be on 20. Trunks is supposed to be on 21, right? So I'm gonna get rid of this. Right, so that's 21 supposed to be a trunk. So we're gonna go ahead with switch port mode trunk. Encapsulation. Let me see if I could just type encap. Nope. Switchboard mode trunk, switchboard trunk. How did I do? Here go the command I used before. GI, gigabit. Mm-hmm. 02. Uh, is not taking that switch port trunk encapsulation dot one. hold up, maybe this switch only allows for, so this is a 2960. On a 2960, alright, so on the 2960, that's what's up. On the 29, that's why it's not taking that command, because on the 2960, the encapsulation is automatically set to .1Q. So we're in the game. Show run. Boom. So I'm on switch 2. When you run that show LLDP switch, you can see from switch 2, you can see switch 1 on those particular ports. So let's bring up, so we on switch 2, right? And when we do a show neighbor, we can see that gig 02, FAO 21, FAO 22. We should see FAO 20, right? We should see 20 also. It's a reason that we don't see 20. And you can see those are bridged together, they're in bridge mode. So I don't know why we not able to. I'm gonna hop over to switch 1. Let me see. Show run INTFA 0/20, which that's on VLAN 20. Show run int FA 0/20. Show int FA 0/20. Oh, it's down. 20 is down. Alright, 20. Alright, on both of them they should be down, because I don't have anything connected to any of those ports. I do got something on 20. I got it connected to another switch port. Dang, switch 2, port 20. There's something wrong with that. I'm gonna have to troubleshoot it. Switch. Oh, 20 is down. Alright. Alright, it is down. Alright, cool. We'll revisit that in a later lab. But as you can see logically, let me see. I'm into my terminal server. Right, and then show LLDP neighbor. So from switch 2, we could see switch 1. So from switch 1, you could see, we could see those ports, which is switch 2, FA 22, 21. So from switch 1, we could see switch 2, gig 2, 21, and 22. For some reason, 20 been acting up on both sides. I don't know why. Hold up. 20. Hold the phone. All right. 22 is supposed to be on VLAN 10, right? So let me see. Show run INTFA 0 stroke 22. That should be VLAN 10. Show run int FA 0 stroke 20. Right? VLAN 20. Switch 1. Port 20 should be on VLAN 20. INTFA 0 stroke 20. Switch port access VLAN 20, right? Green should be VLAN 20 on port 20. I do not know why that port 20 is not showing up. Let me see. 2. Let me see if I could put 2 on VLAN 20. INTFA 0 stroke 2. Switch access VLAN 20. Show VLAN. C2 is there. 20 won't go. Alright. INTFA 0 stroke 20. Switch port access VLAN 20. Port 20 goes on VLAN 20. Show VLAN. I do not know why that ain't showing up. VLAN port 20 is just not showing up. Maybe it's something wrong with that port. Show int FA 0 stroke 20. Up, everything connected and all of that. I don't know why it's not showing up on show VLAN. That's a whole nother situation. Show LLDP neighbor. Show CDP neighbor. So here we could see from switch 1, we could see gig, both our trunk ports, and 22. So that's being allowed to pass to another switch to see if we could see that particular interface across switches. So family, this is going to conclude our Cisco CCNA trunk configuration lab. If you like what you see and you see what you like, please hit the like button. and also subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when we're making new videos. Once again, it's Zattle. I'm in the building. Thank you for coming through, family. Appreciate you. Thank you.